I want to toe the line of the last speaker, my leader, the chairman upstream. Secondly, Honorable Minister, I came from oil and gas producing community and one of the major oil and gas producing federal constituency in Nigeria. Honorable Minister, your ministry has not been fair to Ndokwa federal constituency. It will interest you to know that Ndokwa federal constituency hosts over 8 oil multinational oil companies. It also interests you to know that Ndokwa federal constituency is a constituency that also generates 960 megawatts of electricity to Nigeria today. It also, lastly, it interests you to know that Ndokwa federal constituency is a constituency with the highest gas reserve in the whole of sub-African region. If you check our record, you know that all I'm speaking, the histories are there for all of us to know. But to be frank with you, the budget presented before us today was laughable. Unless there are other things hidden under the cupboard. Otherwise, this budget, I don't think it's a budget that meant well for our Nigerian, that meant well for oil and gas communities. Please, I think I will stop there. Thank you very much.
1.9 billion inclusive of personnel. Everything put together was 1.9 billion for the year 2023. So for those who prepared the budget, this is a very substantial improvement. It has been increased by over 500%. That is no justification that the size of the budget is enough. It is by no means enough at all. But it's important to also put in perspective that the Ministry of Petroleum Resources is more of a policy ministry. It's not basically, a ministry that executes, projects to address the concerns of oil-producing communities. PIA has made very copious provisions through the host community, fund to be able to address some of those concerns of communities that, are producing oil and gas. And I just want, the honorable member from Ndokwa to know that the Minister of Petroleum Resources is not, against the people of Ndokwa at all. It's just that we have several agencies of government that are, mandated to carry out different responsibilities. And ours is more of a policy, ministry, to be able to provide policy that will guide the operations of, the companies that are doing business in the oil and gas industry. And that is exactly what, we will do. But I can assure you that your concerns you've expressed here will be taken to the appropriate quarters, and we'll see how we can address, those concerns. Having said that, let me say that this budget, this is just an estimate before the National Assembly. And as a member of the Senate for 8 years, I know the powers of the National Assembly. It's entirely the discretion, of the members of the National Assembly to scrutinize this budget. And in their own wisdom, if they feel that they can do whatever they can do to the budget, it will be entirely left for members of the National Assembly. We can't take it back. By law, it is the president who presents the budget. We are part of the executive arm of government today. We are part of those who passed this budget in the Federal Executive Council. And then it was presented by Mr. President. But it was prepared, by Minister of Budget that has the mandate of, looking at different ministries with their priorities. And then, prepare the budget and present, to Mr. President for presentation. But like I said, this budget is a good starting point. If you give us anything more, we'll very gladly, accept it. But this is 500 times more than what was presented, last year. My colleague will have something to add, perhaps. Thank you very much.
Hello.